Hi everyone, this is Master Discord. I wanted to show off my homemade version of the chicken farm displayed by Lucas Mines on his original recipe chicken bucket. I call this version the chicken soup farm. You'll see why in a few minutes, but I found a couple of different things that made it a little bit more efficient in my opinion. One is the excellent Zombies mod pack, which has been released for Minecraft Beta 1.9 pre-release 5, which is great. There's so few mods for pre-release 5, but two very good ones are Zombies mod pack and the Optifine performance improvement. I love the way the grass looks with fancy grass on. I do get a better frame rate, even though my computer's pretty good to start with, and I don't get any lag spike of death anymore, which is wonderful. But even with that, the chickens actually lag this a bit because there are literally several hundred chickens in this already, and it works great for farming eggs, for farming experience, which is the purpose I made it for, because my mob spawner wasn't working very well anymore. And I was looking for a new way to improve my XP farming. So this works great for me. It does get a little costly in sword materials, but even a stone sword will work. The only thing is it's kind of hard to punch a chicken to death if it's moving around. Whereas the swords all give one-hit kills. I bet even a wood sword would work pretty good. I haven't tried that though. So let me get started here and give you a picture of what's going on. I'm sure you can kind of see the chickens flapping around in the background. So if I close the inventory, you can see it's kind of laggy. That's not due to screen flow. That's actually entirely caused by the chickens. Here I have a redstone circuit to power some dispensers so I can launch the eggs autonomously. I took several tries to build a proper piston circuit to make the oscillator for that so that it will stay persistent throughout through a save, which was the problem with my previous one, is every time I saved I had to reset the circuit. So you can see I'm at just about to level 2, and just watch. As you can see, that is pretty insanely fast as far as gathering experience goes. I can usually get to level in the teens or the 20s within just a few minutes, especially if I've left it sitting for a little while with lots of chickens. One of the nice features of Zombies mod pack, I'll show you in just a moment, it helps to automate this so much. So you see how quickly that collected the experience. Obviously there's items here, but they're gone. The nice thing about Zombies mod pack is it actually has a mod built in that you can set it so anything that lands on top of your crafting tables will pop into the nearest chest. So say I toss my diamond pick, there it is, and the eggs are over here. So any eggs that drop on top of here just wash out and they land right on top of the box and poof into the chest. So that's the first feature that makes it faster, in my opinion, than the original recipe chicken bucket. Another great feature is the dispenser, which is it's fun to watch for one, and it does make it faster than randomly clicking for hours to throw all your eggs. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the way that this redstone is set up. As you can see, this piston is flailing away, So let's turn off the circuit. This is kind of odd to me. It seems like the sticky piston should pull back the stone when it stops, but for some reason it doesn't. I don't know if that's a glitch or intended functionality or what, but it doesn't seem intuitive to me. If it's sticky, it should pull it back. So anyway, let's build this back a little bit. There we go. So as you can see, there's a T here running up to the block that's powering the piston. One branch going that way and goes up to the dispensers, and the other branch that goes to the torch here. And when that piston is powered and extends, it cuts off power to itself, or cuts off the power from the torch, and it also cuts off power going to the dispensers. So then it'll retract because its power is taken away, and then the power to all of that is back, and also it is now powered again. So it just keeps pushing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I did run into the trouble that if I put a repeater in here somewhere, it would stop working because the repeater actually smooths out the very, very rapid oscillation from this, and it just ends up being on all the time. So as you can see, I also had a bit of an escape. Chickens everywhere. They were clipping through the wall, so that's something to be aware of. As they spawn, they can actually spawn inside the rock when the eggs break, and eventually they can end up being pushed through the stone to the outside. So it's something to be aware of, but it's actually really funny to watch because sometimes they'll get stuck inside and then they'll just die. So here we just have the stupid kludgy way to move redstone up to another level. I wish they would come out with vertical redstone built in, because it's silly the things you have to do to go straight up. So anyway, and these blocks here power the dispenser. See all the chickens? So let's go back down and turn the circuit back on. There we go. And off we go. Actually, let me change that. I'm going to do this again. I want to show you something. So I'm going to jump up here and put a few eggs in the dispensers. Now, another neat feature is you can make things stack that don't normally using Zombe's mod. Which, for instance, signs, they don't normally stack. You can stack them now. I made eggs stack to 64 because, I mean, who's ever heard of a stack of 16 eggs? I mean, they come in 18 or 12 in the cartons, or sometimes even 6, but 16 is just a really strange, odd number. So I decided I wanted them to be 64 because, I mean, that's a lot of eggs. So let's see here. Toss some eggs in that one, and I wanted these closer to the ground, but that was what was causing the chickens to clip through the wall. So now they're all loaded up. And I'm gonna toss that there and run around here to the steps. I ran the wrong way, didn't I? And you can see it's just chucking the eggs out at high speed, and the chickens are just spawning like crazy, and the longer you wait, the more eggs you get, so you can fill those dispensers up. And using the 64 high egg stacks, I can get an average of 70 to 80 chickens per full load of one dispenser. So if I fully loaded all 4 dispensers and got that going, there would be nearly 300 chickens, give or take, depending on the probabilities involved. Probably somewhere in the vicinity of 300 chickens spawned from a full load of all 4 dispensers. So that's actually great in my opinion. My other chicken bucket way over in the distance over there, which was version 2, actually has 5 dispensers. So, but it's manually, the redstone has to be manually reset every time I save on that one because I haven't built it like this one yet. So, as we can see again, the eggs are coming down, dropping into the chest. Not that chest though. It seems kind of random which chest they go into. I actually had one when I left for the weekend with my other chicken bucket going. I came back and all of the chests in my house were full of eggs, including the ones that I thought were too far away to work. I'm not sure how that works, but yay, chickens! I can see why Notch was joking about making them into ducks, because seriously, the only place I ever seem to find chickens is in the water. There's one little block floating up there. You gotta love the weird generation errors that you can get in this game. But I actually really like this seed. It happens to be the full Monty with spaces and capital letters. If you want to try that, please feel free. I love sharing seeds with others, and sometimes you can get some really crazy results, like that giant mountain over there. So the more chickens you have, the more eggs you get. The longer you wait, the more eggs you get. And it will just store them away. Just keep going and going and going. And it's really useful for if you can get a full chest of eggs, then you can just kill all your chickens. You never have to worry about not having chickens again. The probability of throwing all of the eggs and not getting any chickens is astronomical. I mean, you can't even imagine that kind of probability. Huh? So I'm just gonna use up the rest of this sword and see how much experience I can get, and then I'm gonna end the video. Punching chickens with chicken. Is that like some sort of, I don't know. That's gotta be a war crime or something. Okay, I guess that's it. What, are you still here? Go away. Ah! Get away from me. Ah! Help! Ah!